Hey there. Welcome back to our series on C.S. Lewis' book Mere Christianity. In this video, we're going to be exploring Chapter 7, Forgiveness. Did you know that holding onto anger and resentment can actually be harmful to your health? Studies have shown that chronic anger can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and other health problems. That's just one reason why forgiveness is so important, both for our spiritual and physical well-being. In this chapter, Lewis explores the nature of forgiveness and how it relates to our relationships with others and with God. He also offers some practical advice on how to cultivate a forgiving spirit. One example that Lewis uses to illustrate the importance of forgiveness is the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery out of jealousy, but later he was able to forgive them and even reconcile with them. This story shows that forgiveness is not just about letting go of anger or seeking revenge, but about restoring broken relationships and bringing healing to both parties involved. Lewis also discusses the idea that forgiveness is not a natural human instinct, but rather a supernatural virtue that comes from God. He writes, "To be a Christian means to forgive the inexcusable, because God has forgiven the inexcusable in you." p. 109. Here are a few more quotes from this chapter on forgiveness. "We must forgive all injuries, not because we are commanded to do so, but because we have been forgiven so much more." Page 111. "To love means to forgive the inexcusable, because God has forgiven the inexcusable in you." Page 112. "Forgiveness is a beautiful word until you have something to forgive." Page 113. Lewis also discusses the idea of forgiving oneself, which can be just as difficult as forgiving others. He emphasizes the importance of acknowledging our mistakes and seeking forgiveness from God, while also recognizing that we are not defined by our past mistakes. So, what can we learn from this chapter on forgiveness? One key takeaway is that forgiveness is not just about letting go of anger or seeking revenge, but about restoring broken relationships and bringing healing to both parties involved. Forgiveness is a supernatural virtue that comes from God, and we must cultivate a forgiving spirit in order to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. Now, I have two reflective questions for you to consider. Have you ever struggled with forgiving someone who has hurt you? How can Lewis' ideas on forgiveness help you to work through those feelings? My thought is that Lewis' ideas on forgiveness emphasize the importance of acknowledging the hurt that has been caused, while also recognizing our own need for forgiveness. By focusing on the bigger picture of restoring relationships and finding healing, we can work towards forgiving others even when it is difficult. How does forgiveness play a role in your relationship with God? How can you cultivate a spirit of forgiveness in your daily life? Personally, I think forgiveness is central to our relationship with God, as He has forgiven us of our sins through Jesus Christ. By recognizing our own need for forgiveness and extending that same forgiveness to others, we can grow closer to God and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on Mere Christianity and other topics related to faith and spirituality. See you next time.